Namaste. Welcome to all of you who are joining me today. My name is Lisa. It is another session of low and slow asana practice, and today we are focusing on a sequence for the lower body mobilities. We are staying low and close to the ground, so there will be no standing asanas today. And we'll be using our breath to regulate the speed of our practice. So today we'll be able to move with more control and also with more intention. And I strongly suggest you to get a blanket, any kind of blanket that you have at home, to provide extra padding, because we'll be staying on our knees for some period of time during the sequence today. So let's all come into our first asana, which is half shavasana. So we'll be laying down on our back with both knees bent and pressing both feet flat on the floor. Keep the feet slightly apart. So gently lay your entire back on the mat, and then roll your shoulders. Relax your arms by your side, keeping a slight distance away from the side of your body, palms facing up. And pull your chin down slightly closer to your chest and elongate the back of your neck. And when you are feeling comfortable and settled in your position, gently close your eyes and follow the rhythm of your breathing in and out through your nostrils. Observe the length and the depth of your breath without attempting to change them. However, if you feel the urge to deepen your breathing, please do so. And just reconnect with your breath. And we'll continue with a simple body scan. So we will scan the entire body from the feet all the way up to the top of the head. And as we scan, observe any tension in any of the parts of your body, and try to exhale and release and let go. So starting from your toes, the soles of the feet, the top of your feet, the heels, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, the entire legs. Exhale and release any tension on your legs and feet. And we arrive on the hips area. Observe the front of your hips, the back, sacrum. Exhale and let go any tension. And moving up to your torso, observe your abdomen, your ribs, chest. Observe your back, the lower back, mid back, upper back, the back of your shoulders. Exhale and release any tension. Observe your shoulders, upper arm, elbows, forearms, wrists, the back of your hands, palms, fingers, fingertips. Exhale and release any tensions. And moving up to your neck, the back of your head, your scalp, your forehead, your mouth, your jaw. Unclench your jaw. And let's stay here for a couple more breaths. And with the next inhale, open your eyes and start to sway both of your legs side to side, keeping the knees bent still. And try to keep from the waist up stable. So only the legs and hips are moving side to side. And from here, extend both of your legs. Press both of your heels on the spot they are on right now. And start to point and flex your feet. Rocking your feet and your legs, and keep your entire body, especially your spine, relaxed. And see if you can bring along the entire body, even up to your neck, along with the movement. So gently rocking the entire body. And release. Widen your both legs, so spread them wider than the mat width. Not so wide, just something still feeling comfortable. And spread the arms to the side, press the palms down. And with the next exhale, we will bend both knees and bring both legs to the right side, stacking the legs on top of each other, and turn your head to the left. And with the next inhale, straighten both legs and spread them wide again. Exhale, bend both knees and move them to the left side and turn to your right. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, both legs on the right. Inhale, straighten, wide legs. Exhale, legs to the left. And let's keep going for just a few more repetition to the right and to the left. Last one to the left side, and coming back to the center. Bend both, bend just the right leg, pressing the right foot, the sole of the right foot on the floor. And bend the other knee and place the outer side of your left ankle on top of the right knee, so creating like a figure 4. Arms still spread to the side, palms facing down. And breathe and start to sway both legs side to side again. And keep the entire spine and your shoulders pressing on the mat. And finally, move both legs to the right side and pressing the soles of the left foot on the floor. But do not worry if you could not touch the sole of the left foot on the floor. And with your right hand, press the left knee away from your chest and turn your head looking towards your left hand and breathe. Next inhale, turn back to the center and switch the legs. So press the soles of the left foot, this time on the mat, and place the outer side of the right ankle on top of the left knee. And breathe and start swaying the legs side to side, keeping the entire back glued to the mat. And then move both legs to the left side, pressing the soles of the right foot on the ground. But again, don't worry if you are unable to do so. And with your left hand, press the right knee away from your chest. Turn your head looking at your right hand and breathe. And inhale. Move back to the center. Both feet on the mat and roll to your side, any side. And we will move into a all four position. So come on your both hands and knees. So align the wrists under your shoulders and the knees under your hips. And we'll start with a few rounds of cat and cow. So from neutral spine, you will inhale and start to arch your lower back, upper back, and neck looking up. And exhale, start to round from your lower back, upper back, and the neck will bring the head to look down towards your belly button. Inhale and arch. Exhale and round. Continue. Breathing slowly, feeling the articulation of your spine. Let's do one more round. Inhaling and exhaling. Return back to neutral spine, and from here, with the exhale, push your hips towards your heels, and then inhale, move forward, bring the hips on top of the knees again. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, hips forward, and keep going. One more time, and return back to all four position, and this time widen your knees and touch your big toes against each other. So big toes touching, knees wide, and again exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, hips forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, forward. Keep going. Breathe as you move. One more time. And this time, bring the knees closer and touching each other, and spread your feet apart. So it's the opposite of the previous legs position. And we'll repeat the same movement with breathing. So feel free to switch the pattern. So if you would like to try inhaling as you push the hips back and exhale as you move forward, feel free to do so. Experiment with your breathing pattern. Couple more. Move back into a neutral all four position. Feet slightly apart. Tuck the toes under, and this time sit your hips on your heels. So if you can tolerate this, we are stretching the soles of our feet with this sitting position. So we'll stay here and keep the spine upright. Push your head back, chin a bit down, looking forward, aligning the head and the neck with the rest of the spine. And stretch your arms forward. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Make a fist with both of your hands. And then flex your wrist, so pointing your knuckles down. And spread your fingers as you extend your wrist, pointing your fingertips up. Make a fist. Flex the wrist. Spread the fingers. Point and extend your wrist. And keep going. Remember to keep the shoulders relaxed. We are warming up our wrist joints. And then keep the right hand, making wrist with your right hand and hold, making a fist with your right hand and hold the right wrist with your left hand. And just move your right wrist side to side. And switching sides, so hold your left wrist, make a fist with your left hand, and move the left hand side to side. And then release. Place both hands in front of your knees. Gently untuck your toes. Press the top of your feet on the mat. Sit back on your heels. Hands on your knees, lean back. Lifting your knees off the mat. Stay and breathe. And release the knees on the mat. And let's change the sitting position. Putting your right shin across in front of you and the left shin pointing towards the back. So making like a L shape with both of your shin bones. Keep your arms relaxed by your side. And bring your chin down towards your chest. And from there, lower your right ear towards your right shoulders. And circle the head towards the back, across the back to the left. And circle it forward. And then to the right side again, across the back to the left. And forward. And keep going for 2 more circles in this direction. And when your chin is down and forward, we will repeat, but we will switch the direction. So from here, bring your left ear towards your left shoulders, and then circle the head across the back to the right side, and across the chest to the left, across the back to the right side. And keep going. 2 more rotation in this direction. And then release, head back to the center, chin up, looking forward. And drive both of your legs down towards the mat. And with inhale, press up your hips off the mat. Swing the right shin towards the back. And swing your left shin forward, across in front of you. And then slowly push your hips back and sit your bottoms back on your mat and adjust. So now we are having our left shin across in front of us and right shin pointing to the back, making a L shape on the second side. So again, arms relaxed by your side, and this time we will roll our shoulders. So roll it slowly, moving across the four corners, up, back, down and forward. And then switch the direction. And release. So again, we will press both our legs strongly towards the mat, and inhale to lift the hips off the mat. Swing both legs. So left shin towards the back and right shin forward across from us. And then slowly, gently push your hips back and sit your bottom back on the mat. So you're welcome to stay in this position, making a L shape with both of your shins, or some of you might want to progress into keeping both knees in 90 degrees. So move the left shin slightly more to the back, making L shape with both knees. So if this feels too much and you are dropping to one side, one suggestion will be to sit on a blanket fold to raise your hips above your knees. But if even that still doesn't feel good, then I suggest you move back into the previous legs position, making L shape with both of your shins. And then we will raise our right arm up, palms facing forward, bend at the elbows, so the hand is behind the head but it's not touching the head. Extend the arms, rotate the arm bones, so you are turning your palms towards the back. Lower the arms, bend at the elbow. The hands are behind the waist but not touching the waist. Extend the elbows, turn, palm facing forward, arms up, elbows bend, straighten, palms to the back, lower, bend the elbow, extend, palms forward, arms up, and keep going for a few more repetitions. Last one, up, palms to the back, arms down, elbows bend, and release. So if you are in both knees 90 degrees, you will switch to the second side by lifting the back knees, which is for my case is my left knees, lifting it up off the mat and slowly turning my torso towards the left knees or left leg and coming into the second side, both knees 90 degrees. So after you made your switch, you will extend your left arm up this time, palms facing forward. Start with bending the elbows, hand behind your head, extend the arms, turn the arm bones, facing the palms towards the back, lower, elbow bend, extend, palms forward, arms up, elbows bend, extend, palms to the back, lower, elbows bend, and keep going. Arms down, elbows bend, extend your arms and release. And let's move on into the the vinyasa flow. So keep your blanket handy by your side. So we'll start from child's pose. So sit your hips on your heels and extend your arms forward. Child's pose. And with the next inhale, start to round your back as you lift your hips off your heels and keep a rounded back as you lower the front of your hips towards the mat. And when your hips about to touch the mat, unroll the spine and move into a gentle back bend. Arch your upper back, maybe looking slightly up towards the ceiling. And we'll move back into child's pose in the same way. So inhale and start to round your entire back, including your neck, keeping it rounded as you lift your hips off the mat and pushing it back towards your heels again. So we are back in child's pose. And inhale, lift your hips off slightly, tuck your toes under. Exhale to hover your both knees above the mat and start to straighten both of your legs, sending your hips back into inverted V shape or downward facing dog. So keep your knees bent for now. And breathe as you start pedaling your legs. So bend one knee, straighten the other, and switch and keep going for a bit. And from here, see if you can maintain a straighter knees. Tuck your tailbone up and lower both of your heels towards the mat. Press the mat strongly with both of your hands. If this feels too much for your back of your legs, you are welcome to bend your knees slightly. One more breath. And with the next inhale, raise your right leg up. Maintain a stable hips, so you do not need to raise the leg so high up. And bend the right knee. Bring the right thigh towards your chest as you start shifting your body weight forward, and place the right knee in between your hands. And lower the entire top of the left leg, the straight legs, and press the top of the left leg onto the mat. And bring your torsos upright. Roll your shoulders. Externally rotate your arms so your palms are facing forward. And press gently on your fingertips for balance. So you could stay here and breathe. Or you can progress and start to arch your upper back. Come into a gentle back bend. One more breath. Inhale. Place the palms down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and start to round your back slightly to clear a space for your right leg to step back into downward facing dog. And we'll repeat with the second side. So again, inhale, lift your left leg and keep the hips stable. Do not need to raise the leg so high. Bend the left knee. Exhaling to bring the left leg forward and place the left knee in between your hands. And press the entire top of your right leg, which is straight, on the mat. Gently bring your torso upright. Roll your shoulders. Externally rotate your arms, palm facing forward. Pressing gently on your fingertips. So look forward and breathe, or start to arch your upper back gently. coming into a gentle back bend. Breathe. On the next inhale, moving slightly forward, placing both palms on the mat. Tuck the toes behind, lifting the back knee, and start to round your back slightly to clear the space for your left leg to step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up, right knee bend, and bring the right thigh close to your chest. And this time, before you place the right leg forward, you want to externally rotate the right leg to bring the right knee as close as possible to your right wrist, or what we call as pigeon. So land your right leg forward and come into your pigeon pose. And for the straight leg, similarly, you want to press the entire top of the left leg onto the mat and bring your torso upright, palms facing forward, balancing on your fingertips. Stay here and breathe, or progress into a gentle back bend, arching your upper back. Inhale, place the palms in front of your front leg. Lift the back knees, slightly round your spine, and clear the space for the right leg to step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, bend the left knee. Start to shift your body weight forward, bringing the left leg forward, and before you place it closer to your both hands, externally rotate your left hip, bringing your left knee as close as possible to your left wrist, and land the left leg forward into your pigeon. And pay attention that you are pressing the entire top of your right leg on the mat. Inhale, coming upright, palms forward, balancing on your fingertips. Press with the pigeon leg so you are not dumping your body weight on your fingers. Instead, you are pushing up against the ground. And from here, if you would like to, you can progress into arching your upper back slightly and come into a gentle back bend. And inhale, place both palms in front of the front leg. Lift the back knee, start to round your spine slightly, clear the space, and step the left leg back. This time, step it back into a plank position. Inhale, right leg lifted, bend the right knee and bring it forward, and again externally rotate and coming back into pigeon. And this time we'll keep the back toes tucked and the back knees lifted off the mat. So you can use your fingertips for balance, or some of you might want to move on to challenge yourself and stay hands free as you pulse the straight leg up and down. So do about 6 to 8 pulses. So you are using the pigeon leg to pulse your hips up and down, and then place your hands, your both palms in front of you, slightly round your back, clear the space for your right leg to step back into plank. Inhale, lift your left leg, bend your left knee, and move the left leg forward, externally rotate and lower the left leg into pigeon. And we'll keeping the right toe stuck and right knee off the mat. And two options, we will do the pulses again, and you can use your fingertips to help with the balance. And those of you who tried hands-free version, you are welcome to try on this side and start to pulse using the strength of your front leg and stability of your hips to pulse. And place your palms in front. Start to round your back slightly to clear the space for your left leg. Stepping back into plank. Lift your right leg, bend your right knee, and this time just bring the right knee forward without externally rotating. So just place the right knee in between your hands, and this time you will position, so you might need to adjust a little bit so that you are placing the soles of your right foot under the left thigh. And we are trying a balancing pose called a flying pigeon. So it's not exactly pigeon pose, but look almost similar. So from here, bring your torso upright so you can fly your pigeon by slowly floating both of your arms up. And some of you might want to progress by lifting the back heel towards your hips. Focus your gaze in a point to help you with the balance. Flex the back foot. And exhale, release. Hands, palms in front of you. Lift the back knees. Round your spine slightly, clear the space. Step back into plank. Go one more side to go. So left leg up, bend the left knee. And bring the left leg forward, placing the left knee in between your hands. And start to adjust position so that the sole of your left foot is under your right thigh. And start to balance or focus your gaze into a point to help you with the balance. As you raise your torso up, start with spreading both of your arms to the side. Some of you might stop here and continue working on the strength and balance. Some of you might want to try bringing the back heel towards your hips, flexing the back foot. Breathe. Exhale, lower the back foot, palms in front of you, back knee lifted, round your spine slightly, clear the space for your left leg, step back to your plank, exhale, push back, downward facing dog, drop your knees down, push back into child's pose. On the next inhale, start to round your back. Keep it rounded as you lift your hips off your heels. Moving forward, lowering the front of your hips towards the mat. When the hips about to touch the mat, unroll your spine and move into a gentle back bend. And we'll move back into child's pose in the same manner. So start with rounding your neck, upper back, lower back. Keep it rounded as you push your hips back towards your heels and arriving in your child's pose. Let's take few extra breaths in your child's pose. And bring your hands closer to your knees and press up. So we will roll over our toes to come into a squat. And you can use your fingertips on the floor or on the mat to help with your balance. Or you can try it hands free. So start with tucking the toes under. Lean back. Lift your knees off the mat. Slowly lower your heels and sit your bottoms down on the mat. From here, straighten both of your legs. Come into a straddle position. You do not need to keep a very wide straddle, maybe about 90 degrees. I will shift my position so you could see me clearly, but you will stay where you are now. So from straddle, lean back and place your hands behind your waist, pointing the fingertips towards the back. And start to turn your point your both feet side to side. So point both feet to the right and then to the left, to the right and the left, and keep going for a while. And then point both feet to the right side and press with your right hand. And with the next inhale, we will hoist the hips up and circle the left arm across and overhead, pointing towards the back. Open your chest either to the right side or maybe even more towards the ceiling. Breathe and exhale. Circle the left arm back down as you sit your bottoms back on the mat. And bend the left knee, placing the sole of the left foot on the inner side of the right thigh. Right hand on the left knee. Inhale, left arm up, and exhale, side bending to the right side. So flex the right foot and aim to reach the left hand over and beyond the right foot. So instead of aiming to touch the right toe, instead we want to reach the left hand beyond the right foot and keep your shoulders open. Breathe and inhale. Move back to the center. Upright, torso upright. Come back to straddle. Hands behind you. Point both toes to the right side. Press with the right hand. And again, inhale, hoist your hips up. Left arm circle over. Chest open to the right side or open up towards the ceiling. And exhale, circle the left arm down. Sit your bottoms down. Bend the left knee. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, side bending to the right side. Breathe. And inhale. Bring the torso upright. And this time is the time for you to grab the blanket. So position the blanket so under the knees that is bent, which is the left knee, and roll onto the outer side, onto the inner side of your right foot. So because we are moving up into a gate pose, so roll into the inner side of the right foot and come up, pressing on your left knee, and adjust your position. You might need to pull the right foot closer, so you will be aligning your left hip on top of your left knee. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, side bending to the right side. And then inhale, circle to the right side, forward, and to the left, placing your left hand anywhere along your left leg and circle the right arm over your head. And again, either open your chest to the left side or open it even further towards the ceiling. Inhale, circle the right arm to the left, forward and back into side bending on the right side. And circle across the front, reaching the right arm to the back. And circle forward, and this time just bring your torso upright. We'll bend the knees of the straight leg, so bend the right knee and turn your torso towards the right leg. And turn the other shin, the back shin, towards the back. So we are coming into a low lunge variation with both knees 90 degrees. Keep the back toes untucked, and you want to start with scooping your tailbone in and breathe as you start lowering deeper into your low lunge. Keep your tailbone tucked in, so that might restrict you from going down too low, but you should feel it on the hip flexor and the quads of your left leg. Inhale, moving back into the 90-90 low lunge, and this time extend the front leg, the right leg, and keep the right foot relaxed, so you are neither flexing or pointing. Just relax, wiggle it. And here we want to do the opposite, so instead of tucking the tailbone in, this one we want to point the tailbone towards the back. And exhale to lower, bringing our torso closer to the front leg. Use every exhale to go lower, and maybe you can start placing our fingertips and maybe the entire palms. And from there, bend the front knee just slightly. Check that your front foot is still relaxed, and see if you can start bending your elbows and go even lower. No worries if you can't go really low. And then inhale, press up and bend the front knee again. Tuck your tailbone in. We are going back to the low lunge. So tailbone tuck in, start to lower your hips closer to the mat. And this time, lift the back heel, bring it closer towards your hips. If this is too much for your hamstring, then keep the entire lower left leg on the floor. Otherwise, bring the heels lower to your hips, and with your right hand, reach back, maybe catch the ankle. And once you catch the ankle, you want to pull the leg towards you while the leg is resisting and pulling towards the back. If you can't reach, then just keep reaching your arms behind and keep bringing your heels towards your hips. And last one, you may raise the right hand up and maybe looking up. Keep breathing. And exhale, release. We will turn back and move back into a Parigasana. So straighten the front leg and turn your torso to the left side. Move into a Parigasana leg. And bend the knee of the straight leg and bring it in, coming back into a kneeling position. Tuck the toes under. Sit back on your heels. You can balance using your fingertips, otherwise keep it hands free as you roll over your toes and come into a squat. So stay in your squat if possible. Do not sit your bottoms down yet. So for those of you might want to work on your squat, just to hold it and breathe. For some of us who are feeling comfortable in the squat, you will try extending the left leg forward, pointing the left foot. Keep the entire left leg floating off the ground. And bend the left knee back into squat and sit your bottoms down. And moving back into straddle position. Lean back, hands behind your waist, fingers pointing towards the back, and start to point the feet to the left and to the right. And this time, point both feet to the left side. Press with your left hand. As you inhale, hoist your hips up. Circle the right arm forward and over the head. Opening your chest either to the right side or to the left side or up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, circle the right arm back. Sit your bottoms down. Bend the right knee. Place the sole of the right foot on the inner thighs, on the inner left thigh. Left hand on the right knee. Inhale, right arm reaching up. Exhale, side bending to the left side. And again, you want to reach the right hand beyond the left foot. Flex the left foot. Keep the chest open forward. And inhale, bring the torso upright. Straddle legs. Point both feet to the left side. Press with your left hand as you inhale. And hoist your hips up. Circle the right arm forward and over your head. And exhale. Circle the right arm down. Sit your bottoms down. Bend the right knee. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side bending to the left side. And inhale. Bring the torso upright. Position the blankets under your right knee this time. So, and then roll into the inner side of your left foot, the foot of the straight leg. And bring yourself up. Adjust. So, position your legs for Parigasana. Right hip on top of the right knee. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side bending to the left. And keep breathing as you circle the right arm to the left, forward, and to the right side, placing your right hand anywhere on your right leg. And with your left arm, circle it over your head. So open your chest either to the right side or towards the ceiling. And inhale, circle, left arm forward. And back into Parigasana, side bending to the left side. And circle, cross forward. And reaching the left arm to the back. Circle to the right, forward, and this time keep your torso upright. Bend the knees of the straight leg. So bend the left knee and turn your torso to face towards the left leg. So start with this low lunge position with both knees 90 degrees. Tuck your tailbone in before you lower. Bring the hips lower. Extend the right hip. Breathe. And inhale. Bring the hips back. Coming back into 90 degrees on both knees. Straighten the front leg. Check that your front foot is relaxed. And tuck your tailbone towards the back. And start to lower your torso towards the front leg. Do it slowly with your breathing. So with every exhale, go lower. And maybe place your fingertips and your palms. And from there, bend the front knee slightly. Check again, your front foot is relaxed. And continue to breathe and see if with every exhale you can go down even lower. And inhale, slowly press up, use with your hands, bend the front knee. Tuck the tailbone in. Moving back into the low lunge. And this time, we'll bring the back heel up closer towards the hips. And again, if this causing any pain or cramp on your hamstring, then lower the back foot. Otherwise, reach your right arm behind, grab the right ankle. If you could not grab, just keep reaching the arm behind and bring the heel closer to your hips. If you are able to grab the ankle, then you want to pull the foot towards you, but the foot is resisting and pushing towards the back. And last optional thing you can do is raising your left arm up and maybe looking up. And breathe. And exhale, release everything down. We are moving back into Parigasana. So extend the front leg. Turn your torso to the right side. Bend the knee of the straight leg. So bend the left knee. And bring it in, side by side, into a kneeling position. Tuck the toes under. Sit your hips on your heels, and we will roll over the toes back into a squat. So some of you are working on your squat, then work on holding your squat as you breathe. Those who are comfortable in squatting, extend your right leg forward, point the right foot. Keep the entire right leg off the ground. And bend the right knee, sit down and lay down on the mat. Start with Ardha Shavasana, so knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Spread your arms to the side, palm facing down. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And raise both of your legs straight up. And make sure that you are not lifting your sacrum off the mat. You want to press the sacrum, the bony part under your lower back, onto your mat. And it's okay to keep the knees slightly bent or 90 degrees bent. So then from here, spread your both legs apart as wide as possible, something that is still comfortable, and tilt your hips to the right side. And when the right leg touch the ground, bring the left leg to meet the right leg. Try to stack the legs or the ankles on top of each other. And then start to open the legs as wide as possible again as you tilt your hips to the left this time. And when the left leg touch the ground, close the legs together on the left side. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, both legs on the right. Inhale, open wide, keep it wide until one leg touch the ground, then you start closing the legs and keep going. Inhale as you move across, exhale as you lower both legs. Try to lower the legs close to the arm on the side. And for now, bring back both legs straight up, so you can continue with that variation. Some of you might try to the next progression, which is keeping both legs together the entire time. Press your knees, squeeze them together. You can keep both knees bent. Press your sacrum on the floor, on the mat. And with the next exhale, lower both legs together, squeeze them, squeeze your knees, lower both legs close to the arm on the side. Inhale, bring both legs together and across to the other side. Inhale, up, exhale to the side. Inhale, exhale. Use the strength of your abdomen and press with your palms to bring the legs across from side to side. Let's do one more time to each side, to right side, and to the left, and both legs up, bend your knees. Hug your knees with your forearms and sway side to side. Make circles. And spread your legs straight. Keep them wide, wider than your mat width distance. Arms by your side, palms pressing down. So with the next exhale, bend your knees and bring both of your legs to the right side. Stack the knees on top of each other. Look onto your left hand. And inhale, straighten. Wide leg. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the knees on the left side, looking towards your right side. And inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, and keep going for a couple more repetition. Or you may also try a spinal twist or happy baby. And whenever you are ready, straighten your legs, keep them about mat width apart. Bring your arms closer to the side of your body, but still keeping a slight distance. Turn your palms up, roll your shoulders, relax. Bring your chin closer to your chest. Shake your head side to side. Release any remaining tension. And whenever you are settled and comfortable, close your eyes and again follow the rhythm of your breathing. Slow down your inhales and your exhales. And give your body permission to rest. Start to deepen your breathing. Inhale and exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, shake your head side to side. Invite gentle little movements back into your body. And then bring your legs together, raise your arms overhead, give yourself one big stretch, and release. Bend your knees and pull them close to your chest as you roll to your side and stay on your side for a moment, keeping your eyes closed still. And whenever you are ready, press up into easy seated position. Take your time. If you would like to lay down still, you are welcome to do so. If you choose to come up into seated position, wiggle your hips slightly, find your sitting bones, ground yourself down to your mat, and then open your eyes. Inhale, arms up, press the palms together, make a prayer, and lower the prayer into the center of your heart. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy the practice. Stay well, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.